I'm just going to make a quick video about the new emphasizer that FL just added in the new update, the 25.2 update. I was pretty excited for this thing when I was reading about it. It's kind of just another way of doing hard clipping if you don't do yours already with like a fast distortion or whatever saturator you normally use. This could replace that. The good thing about it is that it's super low CPU usage, so you could open up a ton of these. The example I'm going to use is going to be just this drum loop that I just made. It's like usually where I like to start the track and then just hard clip and sort of let the drums be sort of the benchmark for loudness of the rest of the process. Even if I don't end up using these drums, I'm going to get them as loud as they can go, and then for the rest of the track I'm just going to sort of reference those and make sure that if my sounds are going louder than these drums, then I have a problem and I'm going to back the sounds off. So it kind of helps me just get like a consistent mixing workflow. So here's the drums just completely dry. This isn't running through the emphasizer. This is going to be quick. Right here it's telling you your gain reduction, the left and the right channel volumes, and then right here it has an LUFS meter, which is kind of nice. That's one thing that you can't get from a ton of other FL plugins. We could use that, but unless you're putting that on your master at the very end of your master, that's not going to be super useful, but you could use it. The other thing I have a beef with is that you can't make it bigger. It's so tiny, you can't really see it. I'm like having to go like an inch from my computer screen, but I'm going to start out with just no input gain, and this is kind of going to be just dry. This is just nothing's happening. It's not hitting any walls or anything, and as you can see in the analyzer, everything looks exactly the same. What I'm trying to do is get all of these peaks to be consistent. You can kind of already see that there's my snare. It's a little bit quieter than the kick, so I'm just going to go turn up the snare a little bit, and that's something I like to do. Like, if my goal is to get these peaks as even and predictable as possible, I want to try and do that as much as I can before I even ever put any clipping on it or EQ or whatever. Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe I'll turn up the kick just a tiny bit too. So now let's run it through this emphasizer. I'm just going to give it some input gain. Maybe we'll start with like 6 dBs and see what happens over here on the analyzer. So we're adding gain, and what you can see is that we're approaching 0 dBs, which is not really where we want to be, but you'll see we're just going to pair the emphasis with a fruity balance afterwards to control the volume once we get these drums pushing up into that hard clipping a little bit. So I'm going to turn on the hard clipping, and I'm just going to keep putting in input gain until I think I hear some clipping in that kick is probably where it's going to come from. Cool. So yeah, we're limiting at 0 dBs. This thing's never going to let you, there's not even an option to push past 0 dBs. So if it's on, you're definitely not going to be clipping past 0 dBs. Let's turn up the emphasis just until we hear kind of what we want to hear. Right there is where I started hearing that kick start to clip out. That's probably my limit right there. But that is significantly, obviously, louder than it was. I'm going to bypass it and we'll kind of A/B these. That's bypass. And that's with the emphasis on there. The only thing is like I said, we don't really want to be hitting 0 dBs, and there's not an output volume on emphasizer, which is kind of weird, but it doesn't really matter. We can just put a fruity balance after the emphasizer in the chain, and I'm just going to go knock 3 dBs off of there and see what happens. Let's look at the analyzer again. Nice. So now we have these predictable peaks. It's stopping up that kick and snare right at -3 dBs. So with the balance, we have good control over that. And that's usually the amount of headroom that I like. And like I said, now I'm just going to use this as the reference for the loudest sound in my mix as I go about making this track. If anything ever goes louder or I see it spike higher than -3 dBs on my analyzer, I'm just going to go turn that thing down. When I go to master at the very end, I'll have these very predictable peaks. All the master will have to do is just bump it up to hit that 0 dBs, and we'll be all good. Peace.